Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of 1 Million Cups. My name is Nicholas Stamper, and I'll be hosting today's presentation. First, I'm going to talk for a few minutes about 1 Million Cups Chico and its mission, and the second thing will be the actual 6-minute presentations given to us by our special guests. And the third we'll cover is a Q&A for our audience, and then shortly afterwards, we'll wrap up. 1 Million Cups is created by the Kauffman Foundation. The purpose of this foundation works alongside educators, researchers, and other partners to better understand and improve the environment in which entrepreneurs start and grow businesses. 1 Million Cups is a free weekly program to educate, engage, and connect local entrepreneurs. It's an environment where you get to be able to have different conversations with different entrepreneurs. The overall mission behind 1 Million Cups is to, again, not only lower the barrier of access to education and resources for all entrepreneurs, but to be surrounded by a community and an environment that helps you build ideas and get feedback on your businesses. In the beginning, 1 Million Cups started off small in Kansas City, and now it's grown to 131 communities. Moving forward to each location, there are presentations each week, and this week is no different. Today, our presenter is Andres Gallegos with Compass Eyewear. Andres is going to have 6 minutes to present and then 15 to 20 minutes of Q&A. If you want to know more about 1 Million Cups or how to present here, please feel free to join our amazing community online and visit our platform at www.1millioncups.com/Chico. And from here, Andres, I'm going to switch it over to you and go for it. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, so this is me and my dad. So this is Z-Coil Footwear. This is my main brand. We've been doing this since 1995, 27 years. And we just crossed through $100 million in sales. And so this has been a pretty successful brand. Actually, believe it or not, I lived in California, and we started the brand. I started doing all the patent work for this company when I was in California. So, so next screen here. So this is a little about how the shoe actually works. I'm not sure if you can see this video,
yeah,
but
video is perfect.
Cool. Well, you can see how much this spring is actually compressing, and so it's really designed to reduce feet, leg, and back pain to individuals. And so this is really cool because so many people who are on their feet, have the back pain issues and other pain issues. And so this is what Zico has been all about for a very long time. And so the shoe basically has some really unique components. It has, this orthotic system that goes underneath the shoe that stabilizes your foot. It's got this pain relieving coil and then a very thick 4-foot cushioning. So that's what Zico has been doing for a very long time, and it's been successful. We used to have distributors across the United States, and now this is actually one of our trade shows or distributor conferences back in like 2003, 2004. This is how many stores we had across the United States. And today we only have like 20. And so this whole network crashed about 2008. About the time I created this screen, the network started to crash after the 2008 recession. So anyway, that was really tough. Before the crash, I thought I was the world's greatest entrepreneur. And by 2009, I thought I was the worst. And so things can change in a heartbeat. So right now we've really moved to basically an online model. So this is our store on Amazon, and this is our zcoil.com website. And so we do about 95% of our business either through Amazon or through zcoil.com. And the comments that we get from Z-Coil are just phenomenal. And so people who are on their feet that actually have some level of foot, leg, or back pain can really appreciate this product. We get testimonials like, I no longer get back pain at work. I can't tell you what a difference these have made in my life. We have, I'm not sure, maybe 10,000 testimonials like this. And so, I'm a big believer in specialization, and Zico is very much a specialized product for people who have feet, leg, and back pain. So my next company that I just launched about 90 days ago is called Compass Eyewear. And the reason I started Compass Eyewear is because I've seen so much of this in my life. I've been biking serious road bike, not road biking so much, mountain biking for years. And this is all too common. And 90% of the time, it's actually people's eyewear that they're actually using, in part because they're using polarized lenses and they're using lenses that are too dark. And so they just can't discern the detail. And I've noticed this for a really long time when I, was wearing glasses. And so one question I'll ask you guys is, do you see any difference between any 4 of these glasses right here other than the obvious different shapes.
Lens colors.
Yeah, the lenses.
The lens,
looks like it's not mirrored.
right? The ones on the right, yeah. So the biggest difference, believe it or not, is actually just the price. So like the two left ones that come off of Amazon, the two right are actually manufactured by Luxottica. And so believe it or not, all these sunglasses literally cost almost exactly the same to manufacture, which is just ridiculous. And so the question is, why is there such a massive price discrepancy in these products? And the reason is very simple, and that's a brand called Luxottica. Luxottica is an Italian company. They have 80,000 employees, billions in sales, and they own 75% of the world sunglass market, including like retailers like Sunglass Hut and Eyeglass World. But they own Ray-Ban, and they own Costa, and they own Oakley. I mean, and all these other Prada, Polo, brands that you may or may not have. But Luxottica is vertically integrated, so they manufacture the shoes, they distribute them, and they also do retail. But they're really focused on fashion. And so the thing that people don't really get about sunglasses is that they serve a very functional purpose in addition to basically being a fashion statement. So most sunglasses sold in America are actually polarized. So if you take two polarized lenses, like these are right here, and you basically put one vertically and one horizontally, you'll see that the lens actually turns black. And that is because 50% of the data that actually comes through polarized lenses is missing. And that's how polarization works. It cuts out 50% of the data, so it actually has a calming effect on your eye. The reciprocal of that is you can't see the detail that you really need to be seen in fast-moving sports, like cycling, tennis, anything that basically hiking, windsurfing and things like that. So people don't really understand that about glasses, and that's one of the reasons people wreck a lot and have accidents with polarized lenses. So understanding this, I set out to create a company that basically was really changing the way sunglasses are used. And so originally my name was going to be called Burn the Ship. And it's because I just had it with sunglasses at this time. I feel like they're overpriced. I feel like they're underperforming, and I really think they're arrogant. And my mission was really, what I wanted to offer people was really the world's best quality, the world's lowest price, and a match to burn the damn ship. So anyway, these are my notes. I just took a little screenshot of my initial notes when I started this company. So my company is called Compass Eyewear. So it's lenses by Carl Zeiss Vision out of Germany, and they're actually manufactured in Italy. And really, the mission is very simple: is to help people see better so they can have less accidents, less injury, and a lot more fun. And it's really a whole new standard in visual perception. And so Zeiss is really second to none in the world as far as optics are concerned. They've been around forever. They actually play a very small place in the sunglass market because Luxottica manufactures their own lenses. And so they've been willing to work with me because they understand my vision and they're really excited about what I'm actually doing. They have a new technology called Zeiss Light Pro, and the Light Pro is actually a 0.47% polarized. So it actually does what polarization is designed to do, which cuts a lot of the glare, but literally there's almost no loss in visual information. So depth perception, detail on the trail, all those little rocks that you would normally miss, you can actually see with this Light Pro technology. And this kind of shows you a little bit of an example. The sunglasses on the right-hand side here, the standard polarized lenses, this is what it looks like for most people when they're wearing sunglasses. And you can kind of see in the shadows right there, you just can't see the detail. So the Light Pro is the middle column right here. And so this is what it looks like when you're actually cycling or using the Zeiss Light Pro technology. Most people experience like this awe, like, oh my God, I can really see. It's like not wearing sunglasses while you're actually wearing sunglasses. And that's really the objective. The other thing I use is a plastic called polyamide. 90% of the sunglass, or actually 95% of the sunglass world uses actually polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is basically like water bottle material. And water bottle material is great for water, but it's horrible for clarity. So this polyamide is just exceptional. It's the highest end plastics designed for, perfect vision, basically. The last thing I use is a product called Repel. It's actually a coating that goes on top of the lenses. So when you actually drop water on them, it just beads right off. So you can actually bike like in rainy conditions with my glasses with no problem at all. Last but not least, I manufacture these in Italy. So I built with this one factory that has built a lot of different brands over the years, and their quality in terms of fit and finish and style are really fantastic. So these are all my styles here on the right. I have a product called Burn the Ship. I got 360, which is my shield. I got a Northbound and Revolution, which are more conventional Wayfarer type sunglasses. And so the other big part of my value proposition is really disrupting the market with price. So I'm pricing my products between about $99 and about $120. These glasses would ordinarily sell for $250 to $350. And so I just feel like it's just unfortunate that, you know, Luxottica set this super high price point. You know, mountain bikers break glasses all the time. We run over them, we lose them. You know, we just can't be spending $200 every time we want to buy a pair of new sunglasses. So really, I'm trying to trade everybody who's buying Oakleys at $195 down to $99, and everyone who's paying, you know, $30 at Walmart, I'm trying to trade them up to $99. So really, just to recap, my value proposition is really the world's best outdoor vision, where you see every detail, you have fewer accidents, you have much more fun, at really the world's lowest price. So I guess my question to you guys is this, you know, I understand what it's like to compete on a national stage because of Z-Coil footwear, but really, how do you get brand awareness and traction in a world where, you know, Luxottica owns 75% of the world's sunglass market, right? It's a very fashion sensitive market. Most people wear sunglasses because they think they look cool, which is great. And there's a lot of confusion about polarization, not polarization, you know, what colors to use, etc. And there's just a plethora of brands out there. I mean, this is probably one of the most crowded markets in the marketplace. Most people thought I was crazy to try and do this, but I really feel I have, you know, an angle here, right? You know, by really providing these super high-end optics at really this much lower price. But I've already found right now, just being you know, open for about 90 days, that it's hard to get traction. All my friends and family have already purchased, but how do you get, you know, exposure out there to just people out there in the marketplace and, you know, tell your story? And so this is me. So this is my contact information, and I would love to hear what you guys actually have to say.
All right, let's give it a hand for Andre. Nicely done.
Thank you. I was trying to stay within the 6 minutes, so sorry if I was
No,
rushing.
you're great. That was an awesome presentation.
Okay, good job, Andres. Where are you physically located now?
I'm out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, okay, very nice, very nice. That's a home to some startups. Let's see, Eclipse, Aviation, etc. Yes, I've spent some time in Albuquerque. There used to be a really great, in the old town, there used to be a really great little French cafe. I forget what the name of it was. Anyway, thank you for sharing your presentation. Who would you say your competitors are, Andres? I mean, besides Luxottica. So let me put this in better perspective. I am an old Panoptics user, so I feel your pain. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was very much into having glasses for the right job, the right tool for the right job, right? And I used to ski a ton, so that's when I really needed that ability to have that better clarity and depth perception and that kind of stuff. And Panoptics started out of his own like garage, literally, right? And that was back in the day, so that was back in the 90s, right? But so on the boutique side, not the the high who owns 75% of the market, but on the boutique side, who's your competitor? So
yeah, that's actually a really good question. You know, I probably need to do a better job identifying competitors. You know, with Z-Coil, we're really like an orthopedic shoe, and we consider like like cortisone shots and doctor visits really our competition much more than shoes. With you know, eyeglasses, there's really nobody in that space so much as I am. And nobody, when I talked to Zeiss about it, they were shocked that I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And, you know, you can't find a pair of Zeiss lenses really under $200. And so that I had to get special permission to even charge $99 with these Zeiss optics. And so I think that my competition really is both the sort of high-end Luxottica brands and the low-end Walmart brands, because I think, as the biking market in particular, I think they're struggling constantly to try and, if they have Oakleys or really high-end brands, they're trying not to break them, but they do break them. So invariably, what I find most cyclists are doing, they're actually using really cheap, Walmart $20 brands.
Yeah.
And so my competition really is almost like education more than anything.
What's your margins like?
So the product costs about $40 to manufacture and land, which is probably like 3 times more than most sunglasses. Most, like for example, Oakley is one of the few brands that actually uses Zeiss, because when Luxottica bought Oakley, they were using Zeiss, but they literally use lenses that are $7.50 from Zeiss. They use the cheapest Zeiss product available, where I'm using the top of the line, highest Zeiss possible.
Right.
So, but yeah, so basically I'm going from $40, and then, I give discounts, right? So probably I'm keystoning. So 50% gross profit is probably typical for my brand.
Okay. And then your question to us had to do with how can you guys get traction and oh, I'm sorry, Kent's next. Sorry.
Kent,
you're next.
All right, I'll jump in here. I used to work at a gun school called Front Sight, which is now defunct. It's been replaced by a place called Prairie Fire, but I digress. So a lot of the shooters would go to the pro shop and get, these wraparound things so that the cartridges don't hit your eyeball and stuff like that. And some of them have sunglass material, and some are more just clear lenses. For the reason, you want to be able to see what the hell you're doing to hit a target or something. So there might be a market, and they'd be willing to pay $1. I can tell you that. So I had a pair that, I think you did something and it made it into sunglasses and stuff like that, but it had that protective thing there. I don't know if that's something to take note of.
They probably could use something like this, my shield.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine. That's good. Perfectly good.
That'll definitely be protective for that.
I was actually gonna ask, do you have like different styles or shapes or whatnot that are more geared towards different kinds of sports? How does that affect it? Like hiking versus shooting versus.
Yeah, that's, what's funny. The cool thing about the sunglass market is literally 75% of all sunglasses, believe it or not, are actually sold within this realm right here, this Wayfarer type. Yeah. And so that's the good news is, even though people say, well, yeah, these are cycling, these are hiking, these are hunting, whatever, right? They all look like this pretty much. Now the cycling glasses look a little bit more like this, where you got, you have more of a shield. And so I also have one with like this is called Burn the Ship, has a little bit bigger lenses. So anyway, you can get very exotic within, all that realm, but really most of them are pretty concentrated in this narrow area of, classic Wayfarer types right here.
Is there anywhere though in your marketing that specifically says, oh, these ones are good for X, Y, and Z, and this one's good for X, Y, and Z, to kind of steer people in the, quote unquote, right direction of which ones they should purchase for their. I like to know that I'm buying the right thing for the right thing.
Right tool for the right job.
Exactly.
Right.
So sometimes when I have too many choices, it can be overwhelming, and so you just back off and say, no, never mind. I'm going to go with something that I know is telling me exactly what I need this for.
Yeah, the only specialization I have is really these ones right here. This is called the 360, and this is designed for cycling. This actually uses a copper rose lens. I'm not sure if you can actually see this.
Yeah.
But this copper rose lens is designed really to see. It actually suppresses green, believe it or not, and it's designed to really pick up the grays and the browns and the ambers on the trail. And it was designed by Zeiss for cyclists. So this is the only one I really call out, as a cycling lens. But I offer this copper rose in all 4 of my styles, believe it or not. And this has by far been the most popular, which kind of surprised me, actually.
Heather asks, are they 100% carbon neutral?
Carbon neutral. I don't think they are carbon neutral. Like in terms of, are they recycled?
Perhaps, yeah.
Or is there, what is I think she's asking what's the carbon footprint for that?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, the factory that I basically build in, they are really conscious about this. So they recycle all their water. I mean, they have like, I think they have like all kinds of certifications specific to this, but I'm not sure about the plastics, to tell you the truth. The one thing that I will say about like Z coil and sunglasses is, you know, Z coils last almost 4 times longer than a conventional shoe. Our springs actually can be interchanged. Like when you wear out the heel pad, you don't have to replace the entire shoe. So I'm a big believer in making high quality products. When you have a higher quality product, you're less likely to throw it away, right? If you buy a junky pair of sunglasses at Walmart, you know, they scratch these. The other great thing about the polyamide that I was telling you about, the polyamide is so incredible. It doesn't scratch very easily. So these glasses, I mean, you can throw them, put them in your car, put them in your purse, and they just don't scratch very easily at all. And so I'm a big believer in higher quality products that last longer than junky products that, you know, end up in the landfill.
Would you say they're scratch resistant?
Oh, these are definitely scratch resistant, right? Yeah, for sure. And that rappel coating that's on top of them actually helps, you know, in that respect as well. But I did scratch one of these 360s, but I dropped them and they drug across the ground and they actually scratched when I was cycling one day. But they fell off my head and they went tumbling down, and that's the only scratch I got on them. But I haven't been able to scratch any other than, I haven't heard of anybody scratching them, frankly. So it's pretty amazing. But the other product I was telling you about, polycarbonate, which is 95% of the sunglasses out there, it's a softer material and it scratches super easy. And that's part of the reason I think sunglass companies use it, is because it's such an inferior product, but you got to replace it all the time.
Disposable. Yeah. Okay, so anybody else got their hand up?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question. So back to your ask of the community that had to do with you know, how do you get traction, or how do you get some visibility, that kind of stuff. I would ask what your social media strategy is, and then I would ask like, and then after that I'll have some more questions that should help fine tune where we go with that.
Yeah, so my social media strategy right now has been, I'm actually advertising on Facebook right now, and just mainly to try and get, you know, awareness of the brand.
Mhm.
And so I've been doing some clever videos. I put some sunglasses on my bulldog, and I made a little video talking about, you know, the sunglasses for bulldog, which was really kind of cute. People really like that, so I'm getting a lot of likes on that. But I'm not real great at social media. One of my strategies for Z-Coil in general is so we're good at drip campaigns with Z-Coil. So Z-Coil, we have like 75,000 customers we have in drip campaigns, and so I'm going to start introducing Compass Eyewear to my Z-Coil customers,
right,
after some period of time. So that's one of my strategies. But right now, as far as social media is concerned, I basically am doing strictly Facebook advertising.
Okay, so you have 3 beautiful daughters. I don't know who you'd like to leverage, you know, because I know that's what I do. I leverage people who are younger than me to do social media because they're really good at it. The other thing is, this is a type of thing that would lend itself to be, depending on if you're ready for it or not, lend itself to having an influencer talk about how they use the, or showing what they, oh, look at this new product I got, and it's so great, and have them out the mountain biking trails. So there's a huge influx of girls going into mountain biking.
Right.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And I think that's something that you could be taking advantage of, and or even having a truck pull up to like different competitions in your area, because I'm sure there's trails in New Mexico. And have a truck pull up with some advertising on the side of the truck and a banner and blah blah, and then have them wear a pair when they're doing some practice loops, right? And then come back and get them fresh, you know, breathing hard, blah blah blah, excited about the fact they were able to see the trail based on whatever today's conditions were. And that's some social media stories right there. Now, I am not a social media expert, so, but these are just the things at all. That's why I hire the people to do it. But
I was going to touch on the same thing.
Yeah.
I know one of our larger organizations here, Explore Butte County, has been extremely successful with hiring influencers to come, and this is more on a general basis for the town in general, going out and doing activities, but so many people like TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, there are so many niche activities,
Right.
like mountain biking, hiking, and they have a huge following, and people who are looking for ideas about what to go do and what products to use are following these people. And then furthermore, in the areas like Chico has the wildflower bike ride festival, whatever, I'm butchering the name, but you know, connecting with different cities who are very heavily into activities. You know, our big attractions are, well, beer and outdoor activities.
And you need good glasses when you're drinking a lot of beer.
That is very true.
What I hear. That's
And
what I hear.
especially when you're drinking beer and doing activities.
Right.
But, you know, pairing together with some of those city organizations that host these types of bike events, and possibly coming on as a sponsor, giving away a certain amount, or giving, or, you know, selling them at a discount or whatnot, and saying, you know, you're the official sponsor of this particular race, and then just continuing to do that. And then, if, you know, of course, if they'll allow you to have a booth or whatnot and sell, oh, all the bikers are wearing these, maybe the crowd would like to as well, because most of the crowd is going to be fans of that particular activity as well.
Absolutely. She brings up a good point, and then other people have questions. And that is leveraging your local tourism bureau. So she said Explore Butte, which is our tourism bureau. And I'm sure Albuquerque has one, because Albuquerque is one of those, actually I use Albuquerque and Salt Lake City and others as like towns that know how to tackle the homeless problem. And so you guys have had a great investment in your local government agencies. And I'm sure there is a tourism bureau that you could be, and you leverage every event that they're promoting. Okay, enough about me. There's lots of other questions in the chat.
I'm going to go ahead and read out Emily's question in the chat. Emily says, I would say taking on Oakley or Ray-Ban or Ray-Ban or a sports specific sunglasses would be a good niche. Yeah. And like Kent's comment on shooting protection, if you have some level of PPE focus, and love Eva's comment on approaching other age groups or athletes. And I would expand language to be not just cycling exclusive, go into less served markets that are niche sports or tighter knit that have loyal cult-like followings, along with the mainstream, like for running or regions and sports that deal with a lot of rain or watery conditions that you could much better serve. Triathletes perhaps offer a couple of pairs as a prize for winners.
Yeah, good comments, Emily.
Yeah, great comments.
And then Heather also asks, are you only selling these on the website?
Yeah, right now it's really only, I mean, I sell them in the retail store. We have one retail store for Z-Coil, and I sell them there as well, but yeah, exclusively online. Yeah, and I think I actually had a big entrepreneurial party here at Z-Coil a few weeks ago, and I sold $1,000 worth of product in 3 hours. And so it was kind of amazing. I'm a big believer in trial, you know, and it's like same with Z-Coil shoes. You go to a trade show. I love your ideas about going out to events like this, because when people can try them on, they can see the difference immediately, right? And it's like a no-brainer, right? And so yeah, I love that. I love that idea.
Any other comments on that?
I would also suggest, you know, sports are always a great way. There might also be some ways if you donate for like charitable functions, but I think in person is great. I have had the most response personally to Instagram ads over, say, a Facebook ad. I think Facebook ads are a bit tired, and I think for younger populations, kind of the millennials, Gen Z, who are more interested in spending money, buying quality things, but still finding, you know, good pricing, but have that disposable income, I think that's a nice spot for the consumer marketplace that would serve you well. And Eva's comments about, you know, you have daughters, or if you have know anyone who is an athlete or fits any of these criteria, I think that would be a really great way to branch out, because that referral, the, you know, being spread by word of mouth is so much stronger impact. But again, if people have a pair and can let people try it on, if you even have some like referral partnerships or just getting into some of these local organizations, I think that could be a really good way. But yeah, trade shows for sure. Or not like nonprofit events. There's so many ways that you could easily get involved without, having to pay a lot of money to sponsor or give away too much. So I think there's a lot of ways that you could probably pair up with events already going on in your region.
Yeah, thank you, Emily.
Do we have any other questions?
I just have one.
Yeah, go for it.
Along with that, if you haven't done it already, you have like TikTok or TikTok Shop. I feel like I spend so much money just by seeing people talk about a video and then having the product link like right there. Especially because you can do like the exact Amazon link if you're already selling through Amazon, and then doing an Amazon storefront, or if you have a daughter that she could just wear them and then put the link in the TikTok Shop. And those, I think you can do like special discounts too, just because of using the TikTok Shop, and that makes them even cheaper.
You said I was trouble hearing you. You said a TikTok Shop.
Yeah, it's like probably the most popular way of buying things right now, like in the last like 6 months.
So many, especially like fashion impulse buys just from like a TikTok video or something.
Yeah, and once you
the
make
time.
the video, you can link it right on the video, so they're already watching it, and you're just gonna press the link that's right above where your thumb already is.
And you bought things that way on TikTok?
So many things.
So many people I know have, not me.
Yeah,
but-
it's
Half of my girlfriend's wardrobe is things she saw on TikTok
Yeah,
the other
it's
night.
very, very popular right now. That or Amazon storefronts. like,
How old are your daughters?
They're 25, 27, 29.
Oh yeah, they know what to talk
Yeah, yeah. You need to activate your in-house brand group.
Especially
about. TikTok Shop, they'll know what you're talking about.
like
Yeah.
mountain bike, like niche fitness. TikTok is very big. It's
Yeah.
big on Instagram, but it has just once you go through one rabbit hole, it just keeps going deeper and deeper. So your product would do very well on that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. What did you guys hear as far as, I mean, what are you hearing as a brand message for Compass? Was that clear or was that completely unclear?
That's pretty cool.
It's clear, but it's not very catchy. So you need to work on your motto. I'm not being mean. I'm just being like, here's an example. So I'll give you 2 examples. I am Chico Start. I help companies start, grow, and thrive. And I develop the regional entrepreneurial ecosystem to support that. Okay, my motto is start, grow, and thrive. That's very clear. Anyway, there's another company I'm helping get started right now called Fresh Haven Laundry Detergent Sheets. Their motto is keep clean, live green. It's like boom.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
That's good.
And actually, it's being started by people her age. So, they're actually students. Yeah. So, I mean, you need a motto that's going to be like an earworm.
Well, and also I was just checking out your website, and it's clean and pretty, but I think what people respond so well to simple. I love the see better, but I also want to see scratch resistant, water repellent. I want to see all of the things
Right.
that are that I'm gonna be like, oh, no brainer, I'm gonna buy these because nothing else out there is like this.
Yeah.
And moving on to saying those things, see better, have whatever the motto ends up being, sport better, ride better, hike better, move better. Just identify why these are better than these.
People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
Yeah, one of the big things for me as an older cyclist, I'm 56, is, I said, I don't want to wreck anymore, right? And that was really one of my biggest impetuses for this brand. Brian Kilcup, a good friend of mine, I've seen him wreck 36 times in the last 20 years. And these are bad wrecks. I mean, he almost broke his neck one time. I mean, and it's invariably because of stupid sunglasses, and that's really one of the main reasons I built it. But I vacillate on that messaging, like wreck less,
Right.
Well, it depends on your audience, right? You have a different message for different audiences, but you can have one overall motto. And Emily just put one in the chat, says stronger, safer, affordable. Well, that could be worked on. No offense, Emily. But I mean, you can take off of that, right? You can double click on that and fine tune it, right?
Okay.
Those are like the 3 overarching points that I got out of it. It's certainly not the catchy motto you should put on your marketing materials, but like those are the 3 points that stood out to me. It's better quality, it's reasonably priced, and it allows you that better visibility or that better experience. And I mean, you could, a lot of times I've seen companies phrase things as an experience. And I think that in quality will really speak to people, but then you still need to tie in like, but we're not charging you 3 times as much like some of these other companies trying to gouge you on pricing. So I think that's a really that's something that speaks to me, is being able to deliver that. That's what my current company is trying to do in many ways, or like have more accessibility. But those are the points that come out to me. And so I think just having consistency in your messaging in various parts, where it's like those themes are carried throughout your messaging across platforms, across markets, across different channels, and throughout all of your materials.
Great. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm a big believer in focus. What do you guys think about the general concept of like stop crashing or crash
Wreck
less?
less. I think that's a great video. That's a great video. Wreck less.
I
Right.
think having
Catchy.
like little video snippets of like typical glasses being broken when they fall to the ground, or when they're stepped on, or when they're whatever, and then boom, here comes Compass Eyewear, and we're still standing.
Oh. It would be interesting if you could have a GoPro behind standard glasses and your glasses, and
There
have
you
it
go.
from the perspective of the rider going through the trails or
Mhm.
on the ski slope. I don't know how to do that. This is I'm totally, I don't know if it's even doable.
I thought you wanted 2 GoPros of a guy wiping out twice.
It's the guy with standard like wipes and the guy with like, so you need to have like 2 different ones doing the same thing at the same time, and show exactly what their visibility the visibility difference is.
Yeah.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah, then wreck less.
And then and the ending is reckless.
Don't
right?
be reckless, wreck less.
Right.
Oh, that's good too.
See, okay.
Don't be
If you
reckless.
do that, make it
wreck less.
consistent
I love
of your
that.
Yes.
work.
That's great.
That's what
And
we're
then
here
going
for.
back to
As
the
long as Young and
consistency
Reckless
corner.
doesn't have that patent somehow.
Get your trademark now, buddy.
You
I'll
already
take
have a
1%.
video of your dog use.
Oh yeah.
And then if you're consistent with it, because it's not just biking, right? It's your website shows hiking, sports, whatever it is. You could do the same thing over and over, but with a different aspect of it, whether it's hiking or biking.
Yeah.
Create the same thing and a consistent thing with each thing. So
Man, I love that. Don't be reckless.
Actually,
reckless.
Hannah had a really good idea.
I just thought that if you already took a video of your dog wearing these glasses, like dogs ruin everything. So you could use that too, and like them not scratching it, and just put that on TikTok with your link, and you'll probably blow up. Just
Look-
because TikTok
Look
is
dad,
so-
not scratched.
Yeah,
Right.
or like your dog like biting it and it like actually coming out not broken. Like
Like it getting lost in the
Yeah.
box of dog toys. And be
exactly.
Like, oh look,
and
they're
you,
still
like, pull it
okay.
on, it's fine.
I
And
also,
then
that
just
could
put
be
the link on the TikTok shop, because it's like so simple to do that. You'll probably make a lot more money doing
And the owner's just on the go, back to activities.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I really want you to create a pair for dogs though.
straps to the head.
The strap on the back.
There you go. There you go.
I do like that you have pictures of like you or like
Dogs
someone
are
else
good.
like hanging out wearing their glasses. Like I think it's important to also have pictures of people not only being able to use them while they're on their bike rides or their hikes, but every day. Like maybe get some candid pictures of people hanging out at like some restaurant or like a brewery or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Here's Buster.
There we go.
See that?
Oh.
Now get a picture.
So
of him hanging out
handsome.
of his mouth.
Yeah, but I like that idea, going from like casual to activity and being able to wear them at any point during the day, not necessarily. I mean, because if I have a pair of glasses, I want to wear them everywhere. I don't want to be like, oh wait, I have to go back home and get my biking
Yeah,
glasses.
exactly.
And I didn't see on here, maybe I'm missing it. Do you currently offer any type of sunglasses accessories like the strap that often bikers or hikers?
That the dog needs.
Not for humans too. I'm asking about humans.
Yeah. So you
Um,
don't lose your glasses on the trail?
Yeah, like the what's it called? A
Lanyard of some
sunglasses
sort.
leash?
I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lanyard. Yeah, no, I
Or
do.
like-
So I need better cases and I need better straps. I totally agree.
Didn't you say they fell off of you the other day?
I'm sorry.
Didn't
Yeah.
you say that the only time you scratched it was when it fell off?
I did, yeah. I was doing this one trail and there's this rock formation I did like 3 times because I couldn't make it every time. And then the glasses just flipped off my thing because it was really dark where I was at. And I put them on my side and they flipped off and they rolled down this mountain.
See,
And then-
there's your,
So,
there's your accessory that
Well-
needs to be also branded.
and that actually presents two separate opportunities. Either one, you can create another product and, you know, become successful with that as well. Or you can use the already established success of another company who produces
To partner with.
accessories to partner with, and that just brings their marketing over to you. So it's kind of a twofold.
Right. I like that. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe getting some like parachute cord for making the lanyards, like some really cool material. Because they come in all kinds of cool colors and
Yeah.
they're super strong and super light.
Right on. Well, how do we feel? Ready to wrap
Okay,
this
we
up?
need, yeah. we can wrap.
Can I ask if there is, have you thought of doing a kids line? I wrote in the chat that they scratch everything.
Yeah, no, these will, one of the coolest things about my lenses, one of the only issue with some sunglasses is the widths, right? And so I actually have flexible frames on the Northbound and the Revolution, and these actually fit a wide variety of heads, which is super nice.
Wait, that also needs to be listed because
Optics.
people who have
Yes.
broken arms off for sports, like worrying about, that's huge.
Yeah, and these are industrial, like these will never basically wear out. I mean, it's incredible. And but they make a big difference in your ability to fit wide faces. But no, I don't have a kids line. And I don't have a prescription. That's the other thing I don't have people ask about. And I think that's maybe down the road, but I just don't have the resources to kind of man those two parts.
The kids line, I think, is definitely something to look into. I have a 7-year-old, and you know, one of the things that new parents or not new parents kind of struggle with is maintaining your own life and continuing on the activities that you love and enjoy, even with kids. And you know, a big part of that is being encouraged to teach your children and share with them the activities that you enjoy. So to be able to do that is, I guess, just more
Mhm.
encompassing of the
Yeah.
family aspect, not just the single guy or gal or whoever just going out on their own.
I love it. Love it. You guys are cool, man. I can feel the Chico energy, like the youthfulness of this crowd.
Chakras are aligned.
Well, I don't know about youthfulness, but well, actually, the majority of the people are younger than me. So, but yeah, like we are an interesting entrepreneurial hub. So we are not Silicon Valley, and because of that, we're a lot more creative, and we have a lot more grit, and you know,
We have a very tight knit community.
yeah, we have a very tight knit community.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I used to live in Sacramento, and Chico was part of my pharma territory, so I was up there all the time. I always thought it was so much fun up in Chico.
Yeah, we love it.
All right.
Well, thank you for presenting. We
Yeah.
need one more
One
hand.
more hand for Andres.
Look forward to seeing your success.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, thank you guys. If you guys have any friends or family who would like a pair of Compass Eyewear, you can use Friends25 as the code for 25% off.
Nice.
Awesome.
Right.
Right.
Friends
and-
25.
And Nicholas, can I get do you have a link to the video of this? I'd love to get that. And
Yeah.
I also
I'm
need
gonna-
I also need the notes if possible.
Yeah, certainly. I'm gonna edit it a little bit and then just post on YouTube. So I'll just send you the link by tomorrow. Once it takes usually a few hours for it to process and format through Premiere.
Oh,
But
awesome.
yeah, I think we
Can't
are
confirm.
ready to go ahead and end it. Again, my name is Nicholas Stamper. I've been your host and organizer. I'd love to thank Eva for being our chapter lead and organizing this event for us. Oh no. And then also thank you to some of our sponsors, Chico Start, Grow Tech, Startup Grind, Norca SBDC, Global Entrepreneurship Network, and Build with Ferguson. Here are some of our events coming up. We have Grow Tech Fest 2023, October 11th through 12th from around 10 a.m. to, I believe, 7 p.m. We also have the Business Career Fair today at Chico State in the BMU from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So make sure you come check that out. Love to thank our 1 Million Cups Chico community yet again. Again, we're every other Wednesday. Well, we try to be every Wednesday at 9 a.m. at Zoom. And then here's a quote to leave us off by. You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing and falling over. It's from Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group. All right, everybody, that is it. Thank you,
so much.
Andres. All right, we'll talk soon.
Best of luck.
Thank you, guys.
You have a good one, my man. Peace.
Take care.